So, this is interesting. Because this is something that we all really know about, but I want to go ahead and talk about this because it happens all the time where people comment on my videos, comment on every video, and, people are upset at the price tags of these cell phones, right? And in all honesty, rightfully so, because the price tags of the Z Fold 4, Z Fold 3, Galaxy Z Flip 4, you name it pretty much, are really freaking high price tag wise. And they're to a point where the average consumer can simply not afford to pick up the phone. Even if you want to pick up a brand new Z Fold 4, unless you have a trade-in from another phone, you're not able to really actually get this cell phone. Currently, Samsung does have a really crazy trade-in though for like $800. You trade in correct cell phones. So again, like I said, is it possible you could get the price tag down by trading? Yes. But for the average consumer just picking this phone up normally, it's just out of your price tag range. Shout out, by the way, to this website right here. Went ahead and posted this article. But with that being said, yes, Samsung has offered different discounts down to $1,400, $1,500. But even $1,500 is almost ridiculous to have to spend for a cell phone nowadays, especially with everything going up. Cost of living going up. It's a mess, right? So with that being said, here's why the price tag of these cell phones are so freaking high. So the Z Fold 4 costs 33% more to make than the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Take that in consideration here. The Z Fold 4, right? It costs 33% more than the top end iPhone model of Apple's lineup. So the most expensive iPhone out there, this phone costs 33% more to go ahead and manufacture than the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Also, sales price is 40%. Sales price is 40% of MSRP, which is market sale retail price. There's a reason why these phones are so expensive, and this is why I've said it before in a video: is every little thing Samsung adds into these phones raises the price tag. That's why when they were talking about a pen silo and saying, oh, we might get a pen silo in this phone, I was like, that's absolutely crazy. We do not need a pen silo in this cell phone. And it's not that I don't want a pen silo, because first off, it would be cool, right? But at the same time, you'd have a smallest display. So you kind of, lose some, gain some. The biggest problem with it is, of course, going to be the price tag. If you add a pen silo to this phone and add a pen, you're increasing the price of the Z Fold 4 up $200. At least $200, maybe $300. So every little thing you add to these cell phones is a drastic increase in price. And with already limited to no available space in these cell phones, anything you add, you're taking away something, or you're just cramming it in. And you can see right here, looking at this, zoomed up, there's so much going on in this cell phone. We have the sensor for the touch pen, OLED, chip for touch panel control, cameras 1 and 2. We also have the second battery, the first battery, so 2 separate batteries, a hinge that keeps everything balanced at all times. We have a main chip, a memory chip, a storage device, electromagnetic, wave resistant copper foil. Like, there's a lot of things going on in these devices, guys. And this is why the price tag comes down at $1,800. Now, Samsung has over and over and over and over and over again cut down these price tags immensely. Now, of course, since Z Fold, pretty much a month after Z Fold 4 came out, Samsung was cutting down the price tag of this phone left and right. Recently, they actually unlocked another sales drop. You can get the 512GB version of the Z Fold 4, which is a top-end version, for $899 if you trade in the correct cell phones. But for the average consumer, $1,800 is too much to ask for. And this is why I said before, and I say it again, we will never, and I will repeat, we'll never see foldable cell phones become the mainstream device for the average consumer. We won't. The price of goods and services are just going to go up, 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 and continue to rise. Okay? There's chip shortages out there. That's just going to get worse. There's problems going on in this world. That's just going to get worse. As time goes on, the price of everything will continue to rise. This is going to get to a point where, again, like it has been so far, this cell phone right here is a niche product that only a certain amount of people have. It would never get to a point where it becomes a mainstream device for the average consumer. It just can't. The price tag is always going to be way too high. And unless Samsung does what Sony did with the PlayStation 3, where they just took the L and said, we're going to lose a lot of sale. We're going to lose a lot of money selling this device. But we're going to make a lot of money. We're going to get a lot of new customers. Unless they do that, they're not going. There's no way this phone will ever come mainstream. Which now propels the fact, the only way possible, the Z Fold or Samsung can make foldable phones a realistic possibility for the average consumer would be to create what they already have going, which is the idea of like the S21, you have the S21 Fan Edition. The Fan Edition of any phone, by the way, is the actual phone, but it's like cheaper components. Some bells and whistles are taken out. It's just a more affordable version, right? That's the only way possible we could see that ever happening. Is if they create an FE version of the Z Fold 4, or they create a whole entire another lineup that replaces, and there have already been rumors about this, replaces the S lineup, the Galaxy S lineup, and they create a more affordable, budget, foldable, flippable phones. As the only way possible, we could see this all kind of come together and break down. And again, like I said, is that going to happen? We have to wait and see what Samsung does. Because Samsung, the ball's in their court. But as this goes along, like I said before, it costs way too much to make these cell phones. And the fact that we're getting these cell phones, I think is absolutely amazing. But this is kind of pushing the narrative more and more. I do not believe Apple will ever create a flippable cell phone. For the longest time, I was like, yeah, they're going to. They're definitely going to. They have to. There's no real point for Apple to get into this. Because Apple has always had their cell phones at a price tag of $600 to $1,300, right? If they come out with a flippable cell phone, they're going to have to at least market that thing at $1,500, $1,600. It's just not going to be plausible. There won't be enough of a base. There's a lot of Apple fanboys that will buy anything Apple. Don't get me wrong, I understand that. But at the same time, it just won't make them enough money for them to care about it. So, I don't think Apple, if Apple does not join, 1,000%, if Apple does not join this affordable phone market, and Microsoft continues to crap the bed and not really get involved, it's over. It really is over. And we're just going to see Samsung continue to release their cell phones, continue to market, cut, and discount their cell phones. That's another thing. A lot of people are like, well, the Z Fold 4 is doing great. Is it? A month after the phone came out, it was already getting discounts right away. And we're talking about drastic discounts across the market. Okay, like this phone was being discounted left and right. So, we'll have to wait and see. But as time goes on, like I said, it's always interesting to see this and read about this kind of stuff because, again, this is obviously what affects us as tech guys, tech girls, every single day. All right. Sponsor of this channel, Manscaped. Time of year, guys, Christmas. You want to feel good, look good, smell good, Manscaped has you covered. Listen, if you want to get a Christmas gift for a family member, Manscaped has you covered, okay? Manscaped has 20% off and free shipping if you use code GAMERS, GAMERS, at checkout, and you can get the following products. First off, Lawnmower 4.0 waterproof and LED light for your facial hair and your downstairs hair. They also offer the Crop Preserver Reviver for your downstairs jewels, the Weed Whacker for your nose hair and your ear hair. Also, they sell body wash and deodorant. Again, guys, 20% off and free shipping if you use code GAMERS, GAMERS at checkout. Make sure you go ahead and do it. Okay? Save that money. Get some gifts for Christmas. Have a great Christmas. Guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.